Can you really drive 300 miles, get a passport, and make it back in a single day? I attempted this insane challenge, racing across Washington, battling time, traffic, and bureaucracy, all for my shot at the Arctic. You won't believe the twist and turn on this high-stakes, same-day passport sprint. This whole thing started because I made a rookie mistake. I bought a motorcycle, prepped all the gear, mapped out a 6-month ride to Alaska and the Yukon, even quit my job, but forgot one tiny detail. I don't have a valid passport. And time? Yeah, I'm basically out of it. The only available same-day passport appointments were in Seattle, 300 miles away, or in Hawaii, which was even more problematic. If I don't get a passport today, I could have to wait 2 months, and my summer window for this Arctic trip might slam shut. What I'm not going to do is put this brand new adventure bike on a ferry to Alaska and call the trip a motorcycle adventure. Because that, folks, is just a boat ride. Let's ride. 6 a.m., coffee barely in my system. My only company? The hum of the motor in a long stretch of Interstate 90. This part of Washington is brutal, arid, hot, endless. There are miles of rolling golden hills blanketed with wheat fields and in between dramatic basalt rock columns and sagebrush that speak to the region's desert-like climate. The immense sky feels close here, and the few trees you pass are often clustered around creek beds. We're crossing a vast plateau. This land was shaped by ancient volcanic flows and the colossal Missoula floods, which carved out deep coulees and left behind a stark, yet interesting terrain. The dramatic cliffs and canyons like those along the Columbia River are a direct result of these lava flows being carved out by ancient floods. Just across the Columbia River is the Ginkgo Petrified Forest State Park. I don't have time to stop there today, but I've done it before, and it is interesting to see a massive amount of petrified wood. Imagine what it looked like right here when lava flowed into an ancient swamp forest and then preserved some of the trees as fossils. It certainly lets your mind wander as you begin to realize what happened here in the past. This region in Washington is called the Scablands, and it's time to get out of them. Washington is known for great apples, among other things. So I'm going to make a quick stop at an orchard here in Ellensburg. All right, about 100 miles to go to get to Seattle, and I still have 2 hours of time. So making good progress. Thought I'd stop here for a second, grab an apple, and then continue on and get into Seattle with some time to spare. So if all goes well up over the pass, make it there in time. Let's get out of here. Driving over Snoqualmie Pass is a quintessential Pacific Northwest experience, a road where both the landscape and weather can change dramatically in a matter of miles. As we transition from the dry expanse of eastern Washington, we're crossing a major natural divide that will take us into a damp, coastal climate. The pass winds through towering evergreen trees that often disappear into a thick canopy of clouds. In the summer, it's a gateway to high country adventures in the rugged Cascade Mountains. From scorched scablands to alpine forest, this ride cuts through Washington like a sword. It's a breathtaking but punishingly hot grind today. The western side of the state is a completely different experience. Damp, cool air, overcast skies, and dense urban sprawl is the best way to describe this. It's surrounded by water, mountains, and evergreen forests. Lake Washington, just east of Seattle, is really cool to see, and is home to the highest real estate prices in the Pacific Northwest. This freshwater lake is the second largest in the state, and even has a ship canal and locks that can lower vessels to 20 feet into Puget Sound and the Pacific Ocean. I made it downtown Seattle.
It was an amazing ride through the desert, over the mountains, into like the fog of Seattle and a little bit of rain, but super cool. I'm glad I'm here. I'm at the passport at the agency office, and I'm glad I showed up like early. That's the line just to get in the building, and my appointment is in an hour, and I should be able to hopefully get in the building and get everything taken care of. But yeah, until then, I'll just be sitting out here on the sidewalk with the rest of these yahoos.
I need a hole. Thank you. Good to go. Appreciate that, folks.
Even with an appointment, it's chaos inside. People are stressed, employees are overwhelmed, and every second feels heavier. Here's where it all went sideways.
All right, folks, it is 3 o'clock. The appointment was at 1. I just left the building. I was in line from noon, so noon till 3. Here's a tip. So if you ever do this same day service, get a appointment early in the morning, and they'll be able to make it the same day. Because he said it's 3 o'clock, they aren't gonna be able to make it and have it ready before they close. And so they offered if I'd like to have it sent to an address, and I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. They'll overnight it, and that'll work. So that's the game plan. I was thinking about like stopping and grabbing some food here, definitely a coffee, because you got to do that when you're in Seattle. The passport mission is nearly complete. Everything that I can do is done on my end, so we'll just wait until it shows up in the mail. That is a huge load off. Next major thing on the agenda for being able to get on the road and head north is still getting that power into the tank bag. So I need a way to charge the GoPro batteries, the Sony, the drone, all that stuff. I need to be able to charge that while I'm riding. And so over the next couple days, I'm gonna take some time to do that and figure it out, come up with a game plan, and get that done. So more to follow there, but it's coffee time and time for some food.
Before we leave Seattle, let's swing by Pike's Place Market. It's always fun to ride a motorcycle through heavy foot traffic. This giant line of people on the sidewalk are waiting to get into that Starbucks. There is one on just about every block, but this one here is the original where it all started, and the only location where you can get merchandise with their original logo from 1971. And a fun fact, in 1987, the siren logo brought her hair forward for a more conservative look. And if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button so more people will find it. Riding a motorcycle in downtown Seattle is dangerous. You don't see many bikes here, and people driving cars aren't looking for motorcycles. Just stay alert and expect people to pull out in front of you. I still think it's fun for an hour or so of excitement, and it is the best way to see the city fast.
I just had a Americano, got my extra shots of espresso going, so I'm ready for the ride. I just looked at the map and figured out a plan for going from here. I'm going to go up into the Cascade Mountains, do some riding, go over Stevens Pass, that's on Highway 2, I'll go east on Highway 2 and head back over to eastern Washington. I'll stay there for a couple days, just take it easy, visit some friends and family, and then work on getting the bike fixed with the electrical system in the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the road now and head up into the mountains. All right, let's do this.
No passport in hand, but I know it's happening, and that is a huge relief. I'm definitely feeling a sense of freedom now. Exploring Highway 2, the North Cascades, beautiful rivers, and Leavenworth is going to be a lot of fun this afternoon. And the best part is that a huge weight has been lifted. We are going to the Arctic.
This is Highway 2, Stevens Pass, and it is incredible. The clouds are obscuring the mountaintops there. Really rugged, steep terrain. Super cool. This is a great road. Not a lot of traffic at all. Definitely digging this ride. I've never been on this road before. I decided to take this route out of Seattle. It's out of the way, but it is totally worth it. If you haven't done Highway 2, Stevens Pass, it's a good one. Anyways, let's get back at it.
Six hours ago, I was stressed out in a federal building. I've escaped that concrete jungle and the drizzle of western Washington. Now I'm cruising through the Wenatchee National Forest. The air is clean and dry. The sky is clear again, and it's beautiful out here. Riding along the Wenatchee River just outside Leavenworth is a lot of fun. If you ever are in this area, I recommend riding this road from the west to the east, because the entire time you'll have perfect views of the river and the rapids. This fresh mountain water is used to irrigate the apple orchards that we'll see in a minute. Leavenworth is a little German-style town at the foot of the mountains, and a great place to eat a bratwurst. And it's a popular place to visit with plenty of things to do in both the summer and winter. And just like that, we're back in the heart of Washington's apple country. The landscape is changing fast, and now you can see why these rivers are a key ingredient in making Washington's apples so good. As we cross back over the Columbia River, the arid terrain begins to reappear. I didn't get the passport in hand, but this adventure to the Arctic is still on track, and in a few days, when that little blue book shows up, today's race against the clock and the crazy ride circling the state will have paid off in full. Through this trial, I've learned a few things that could help you in the future. So here are my 5 recommendations to get a US passport really fast. Number 1, book an appointment through the official State Department website. Don't rely on third-party sites. Use travel.state.gov. Look for urgent travel appointments. These go fast. Number 2, prove your urgency. Bring documentation, the travel confirmations, tickets, itineraries. You'll need to show proof of urgency, and you can do that with an international reservation held on your credit card. Number 3, choose a morning slot. This is critical. Morning appointments are processed first. My decision to choose an afternoon slot cost me the same day issuance. Number 4, bring everything plus extras. A valid photo ID, proof of citizenship, your passport photo, proof of urgent travel, your DS-82 form for a renewal, your payment, and bring a backup of everything. Speaking of backups, number 5 is know your backup plan. If the same day doesn't happen, have a place to stay or time to wait for mail delivery. Mine will arrive in 2 to 3 days, so I'm using my backup plan and heading over to Spokane to hang out there until it arrives. 600 miles, 1 day, 2 tanks of gas, and 1 intense lesson. I didn't get the passport in hand today, but it's on the way. And now I'm finally ready for the next leg, British Columbia.
He's good on this side.
Oh, it's better over there?
Yeah, because there's no current.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
The Yukon, Alaska, and beyond. Today, you got to see me pay a price for not planning ahead in this pursuit of living wide open. The road tests you. Bureaucracy tests you. But the reward is the life you get to live after overcoming these obstacles. If you want to see what happens when I finally hit the road to the Arctic, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment with your craziest travel story or passport headache. I read every one of them, and I look forward to connecting with you in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. And remember, ride safe.